everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day or night wherever you are. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Caitlin and I am obsessed with hedgehogs. If you see it, as you can see here, this is my little guy. And so today's video is going to be reviewing a few new Covergirl products that I picked up the other day. We are reviewing the new TruBlend Matte Made Foundation and also the TruBlend It's Lit Concealer, and also the Flourish by Lash Blast. These are the three products that we'll be testing today. I will leave down below just the time slots of when I'm talking about each product if you just want to skip to that part. And yeah, let's get on into it. Alright, so we're going to start with primer. I already washed and toned my face and moisturized, obviously. So this one's the TruBlend Base Business Skin Primer Skin Smoothing. And it says, smooth skin and blurs flaws to create the perfect canvas. Helps extend the wear of your makeup. Long-lasting, weightless feel. And it's oil-free, fragrance-free, and suitable for all skin types. There was this one, and then there was also a illuminating one in the TruBlend collection. Oh, it actually feels really, like, cooling. It has, like, a very smooth feel. It kind of feels just like moisturizer. Like, it feels like it's sinking really fast. It doesn't have too much of a slippery feel. Like, if you tried the Benefit Professional, like, it doesn't feel silicone-y like that one at all. It just feels like I'm putting skin cream on, honestly. I find it definitely blurred, like, this area. I find like my pores are larger there in my, like, T-zone area. I feel like definitely did a good job blurring those. That's pretty nice. I like that so far. Yeah, as I was saying, it was this one and the illuminating one. So the illuminating one is what drew me towards it first. But when I tested it, it's kind of like a peachy tinted one. And then when you rubbed it in, like, on my hand, I saw very fine glitter particles. And I'm just not really into that for a primer personally. So I veered away from that one and tried this one, which I'm happy with so far. So then, the main reason I wanted to try this collection, there is the TruBlend Matte Made Foundation, and the reason why I really wanted to try this is because there's 40 shades in the line. 40. 40. So I thought that was super impressive with a drugstore foundation. So one with L40. You'll see how this works out. And it has a pump. Thank goodness. Love that. I'm gonna start with 2 pumps, and that's it there. It is a thicker consistency, definitely. It's like loose on my hand. So I'm using my Real Techniques blender because that's how I just usually apply my foundation. I'm not a fan of using brushes personally, so I'm just gonna apply it how I normally would a foundation, and hopefully the shade works okay. And I always get worried when it is a more matte finish, just because I kind of have combo skin, so I find more matte foundations can make me look cakey easily. It looks really, like, smoothing on skin, and it could be the primer. Definitely have to try this one without a primer as well, but it's looking pretty nice. And I also have some breakouts on my chin, which seem to cover pretty well without concealing. Only worry about this one is that, in my experience, CoverGirl foundations do oxidize a lot. Some of them do go pretty orangey on me, so I'm hoping that will not be the case for this one. I feel like that didn't go as far as my other foundations usually do. Like, 2 pumps completely gone. So go back with another one. Honestly, I am loving how it looks so far. Like, I know I have a lot of texture on my cheeks, and I feel like it's not making any of that super obvious. So that's with one layer. And it definitely feels really lightweight, and like the sides drying down pretty quick. definitely don't think I would set this one personally because it is a matte one. I feel like it's definitely oxidizing a little bit. And this side's pretty much set. Doesn't honestly feel so lightweight. I like the feeling of that so far. And now we're gonna try the Covergirl TruBlend It's Lit Brightening Concealer Pen. And I got 100 Fair. And this one says, high definition pigments conceal dark circles and signs of fatigue while concealing imperfections. Eyes look immediately more rested and rejuvenated. And there was also quite a few shades for the concealer as well, but I just usually, that's the applicator right there. I just usually go for the lightest ones. Whoop. Okay, that just like exploded out. So, yeah, brush tip. We'll just go right in with this one. Okay, there was a lot that came out at once. I'm ready to go out. Just gonna go like this. And using my sponge to blend this out. It was very brightening and I like the consistency of it. It's a very creamy concealer, but I find with the creamy ones like this, it doesn't hide my dark spots as well as like a thicker one, so I usually will do a teeny bit extra just there because that's where like the darkest points are. And a tip with more creamier ones like this is just kind of let it sit. Like if it is very creamy, watery consistency, I kind of just let it sit and not dry out, but like kind of just settle for a moment or two, and then I'll blend it in. Okay, I definitely, the second layer helped a bit more, but still not as full coverage as I would normally like. But still brightening. Not bad, not bad. I'm a little ready, so I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup and then we're gonna come back and test out this guy right here. I'm just gonna focus. And this one's the Covergirl Flourish by Lash Blast. Say that 5 times fast. Lash Blast. Got it. And this one's Defined Volume plus Lush Ingredients. So it says coconut, avocado, and papaya oils. If this doesn't smell like papayas, I'm gonna be quite disappointed. I'm just saying, because that would actually be amazing if it does smell like that. Comment down below actually what your favorite fruit is. Mine's kind of, I'd say a tie between raspberries and strawberries, but I don't know. I love 8 different kinds, so I'll be very excited if this actually smells like any kind of fruit. Alright, so we'll be right back. Alrighty, done makeup now. A bit more dramatic than planned. I know it's summertime. I should be wearing like the light, bright colors, but for some reason, feeling a dark lip, kind of into it. So with the foundation, honestly, I am loving it. Like putting on the rest of my makeup, like blush, bronzer, highlight. I didn't set my face at all. I only did under my eyes so the concealer wouldn't crease. And honestly, guys, I'm really liking this one. Like, it did oxidize a tiny bit, but I expected that. All CoverGirl foundations tend to, that I've tried in my experience, especially on me. But it's not that bad at all. I'm sorry I look a bit funny right now. I know we don't have mascara on. We're gonna get to it. And also, has anyone had the problem of not doing winged eyeliner for a while and then you go do it and they just don't really turn out even? We're just gonna ignore it. We're just gonna ignore that. It's the first time doing it in like 2 weeks. So I think that's not bad for that. But anyways, to the point. Love how it looks. So smoothing. And I think it is partially the primer too. It just blurred out this section, like my T-zone, so well. Only thing I will say with this foundation, it is a matte one, like definitely matte. Like I usually set my foundations and I didn't have to do it for this one. So if you do have dry skin, I would veer away from this one, honestly. Because even on mine, like I have combo skin, my forehead, it's not looking good, guys. Like I think if I used maybe more moisturizer, like illuminating primer underneath, it would be better. I'm not sure, like see if you can, not sure if it'll focus at all. Like I do have a few lines up here, but they're usually not this evident. Like I find as soon as it's set, maybe I was making expressions when I was like putting it on, but as soon as it's set, like it just settled right into those lines. So not loving how that looks, but we'll just roll with it. And also I know this foundation, it claims to be long lasting at 12-hour one. So I'm not going to be able to wear it for the full 12 hours. But I am going to put it through the ringer a little bit. My friend and I are going out dancing tonight. So I'm going to say check-in time is 8 o'clock now. Finished my face makeup at 7:30. So we are going to see how it looks at the end of the night of dancing and the heat and sweating. So I'll put it a bit to the test. Yeah, overall I am liking it so far. I will just have to test it around with different primers and skincare underneath it, but I'm quite happy with it. I think it's amazing that Covergirl finally did a wider range of shades. Just because like me personally, drugstore foundations, I've always gone for the lightest shade just because they do oxidize too. And so I always felt drugstores had like that middle range. They never had for really fair skin, and they didn't really have for deep tones either. So I think it's really great that they actually had lighter ones. Like I have L40 right now, and then I was watching the Tayla's video on it, and she had like the light shades, and it looks beautiful on her skin tone because she's fairer than me. So I think it's amazing that I feel like everyone would be able to find a shade in this collection. So that's awesome that they started with 40. And let's get into the good stuff. Okay, sitting on it, great. So mascara, see how this goes. I'm usually super picky with my mascaras. Like I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I literally have like my 2 favorite ones and that's it. Like I don't really test out new ones. So as I mentioned, has coconut oil, avocado oil, and papaya oil. Creamy formula, coats lashes from root to tip for lash definition and length without the clumps. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm all about, I don't know if that's gonna focus right now. I'm all about this packaging right now. Reminds me of like a mermaid's tail or something, I don't know. And whoa. Alright, so basically very flexible, like the rubberized ones. Would just prefer like more of like the rubberized ones because I feel like it really brushes out the clumps more than like a natural fiber one would. I don't smell anything. That's really disappointing. It has like this subtle coconut scent, but like nada. But this is nourishing for your lashes, I guess. I guess I shouldn't have expected it to smell like anything. So we are just gonna go ahead and do this. This is gonna be really difficult to do on camera, but alright, so that is just one coat. And I find a good thing about this one is when you're taking the wand out, it's kind of like a bit of a struggle to get out because it's getting a lot of the excess off. So I find there wasn't a lot of product being deposited onto my lashes when I was brushing it through, which I really like because it will prevent a lot of clumps obviously. So we're gonna do a second coat and then compare. Alrighty guys, I apologize if I'm looking at the monitor too much. I'm just not totally used to this camera yet, so I keep getting paranoid that it's gonna not focus on me. But let's see. And also the lighting, we're gonna work on it. It's a work in progress, but I'm honestly really liking this so far. It's definitely very lengthening. And I got the, not sure if I mentioned, the very black color. So this one's definitely very like jet black. And it is a bit of more of a thicker formula, but it doesn't clump at all. Like with that applicator, it really combed them through super nicely. So, gonna do the other eye. Alright, try to go in more natural lighting for you guys to see. But this is what the foundation looks like. I'm really enjoying it. How it looks now. Other than like forehead, like, if you guys can see that, the creasing. But other than that, happy with it. Concealer didn't crease at all with me. I still don't find it as full coverage as I would like, but it does feel really lightweight. Like I don't even notice it. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. This mascara, like, I'm happy with these new products so far. Right, so I will check in a couple of hours and tell you guys how it's wearing, and we shall and we shall see how this wears throughout the night. Also, the rest of the products that I did use for this look I will link or mention down below, so if you are wondering about anything, it will be always down there in the description box. Talk to you guys later. Hey everyone, just doing a final check-in for the night on the Covergirl products, mainly the foundation. So it is now 1:30 in the morning. Totally broke a sweat when we went out dancing, so I kind of put this through the ringer a bit. I noticed at about 4.5 hours some creasing where my smile lines are, which is interesting because that usually doesn't happen with my other foundations. I've never noticed that with my other ones. But again, I think it was just same as the forehead situation, that it was just because it's a matte one, so it does seem to settle into lines and everything. I'm going to play around with it and see how it acts with other primers. So I will leave information down below once I test it out a few more times. But overall, I do really enjoy it. Like, I was sweating a lot and I find it did pretty much stay put. Didn't do any touch-ups or anything. I just did like dabbing with paper towel at like about the 5-hour mark, just because like sweating. That was my workout for the day. But still looking pretty nice. It doesn't look insanely cakey other than like the minor creasing. Yeah, mascara still looks pretty good. I really do enjoy that primer. Like, I just find everything still looks smoothed over. So yeah, total of 6 hours. 6 hours with the foundation on. So not too bad for 6 hours. I would definitely be curious to wear it for a full day and see how it acts then. But so far so good. So I do find this is a good one to try as long as you don't have dry skin or mature skin, or I would just use like a good moisturizer underneath if you want to give it a try. But that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I am hitting the bed now. Good night.